G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Zach from Zach King Productions. Hope you're all staying safe during the coronavirus restrictions. Today we're going to go through my wedding filmmaker kit. This is everything that I would bring to a wedding day. Super excited to get back into filming weddings, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of the behind the scenes of what goes into the process of creating these films, namely the gear that I use. And now this is not sponsored by any of the brands that I will mention, but I will give my recommendations and my thoughts as to why I've chosen certain gear to use. Alrighty, so let's get into it. So first and foremost, the camera bag. Everything that I bring must go in a good bag. So I did a lot of research into what bag I should invest in. Because I do more than just weddings, I do a lot of travel. I needed something that can travel easily, that can fit a lot of things, and is very durable. And I came up with, drum roll please, the F-Stop Suka. Now this bag is phenomenal. It is literally the best build quality. It is pretty large, as you can see, but the best thing about it is that it is completely modular. So you can change all the compartments inside, and I'll show you actually. You can even slide this thing out like that. So you got that. They call these ICUs, internal camera units, and you can get different shapes and sizes depending on what suits your needs. But I think this is the extra large. And so this can slide in and out of your backpack, making it very convenient to travel with. Best camera bag going around, highly recommend. Great back support if you're going hiking or whatnot. It even fits in the carry-on overhead bins when you're flying. Some airlines might pull you up, some might not, so you just got to risk it for the biscuit, but I've been able to travel overseas with it pretty good. So that's camera bag. Let's start off with camera bodies. The main camera that I use is the 1DX Mark II. This bad boy right here. Now I've had this for a little over a year. I upgraded from the GH5 for obvious reasons. No, I'm not hating on GH5s. It's just something that I need, and it has everything that I need. It shoots 4K, 60 frames per second, great dual pixel autofocus, pretty good in low light, and terrible data management. The file sizes are huge. You end up spending a fortune on hard drives, but I justify it. Just like all of you who justify your crazy camera purchases. Use it for everything I shoot, and yeah, this goes in my camera bag right here. Alrighty, so lens number one that always comes with me to every wedding is the Canon 70-200 f2.8 IS version 2. This bad boy right here. This is a quality lens and is a must-have if you are shooting weddings. You need it for ceremonies and receptions to get those vows, to get the speeches, the toasts, and I would also recommend having two. I don't have two, I want to get two, so hopefully in the future I can get two. Got to do a bit more saving. Great image quality, great in low light. The image stabilizer is also an added bonus, so love this lens. We'll put it in here. So camera number two, I forgot to mention, is the Canon EOS R. I'm using this to film this video right now, but this is a great camera. I've had it maybe for about 6 months now and couldn't be happier. The 4K crop actually comes in handy when filming ceremonies and toast. You get a little bit of added reach, which is a huge bonus. Allows you to get nice and close to the action. And so far, I love the eye tracking autofocus. It is crazy good. It's almost set it and forget it. Never misses a beat. And so I love using this as my B camera to grab other angles or whatnot. And in the future, I'll probably upgrade to the R5 and probably sell the 1DX because it's a little bit old and outdated. But yeah, love the EOS R. Now through the wedding day, I used PrePrime lenses. Let me show you. First and foremost is the Sigma 40mm f1.4. Now this lens is insanely sharp. Apparently it's the sharpest in the world. You can watch Kai's review right here, but this is a great lens, couldn't be happier. It runs you about 1,500 bucks. They're not super popular lenses, I'm not too sure why. superior build quality. The only downside is it is a little bit heavier. So if you're on a gimbal running around for 8 hours or so, you will feel it. So do yourself a favor, go to the gym, and this should be fine. I love using this lens. It's a great focal length. It allows you to get pretty close to the action, but it also allows you to get some nice wide angle shots as well. So this lives on my 1DX. Great lens, love it. Alrighty, next lens is the Sigma 85mm f1.4. This lens is amazing. It goes down to an f1.4, so when you're shooting dark receptions, this comes in clutch. You get some creamy bokeh, you get some insane depth of field, and it's very good for shooting details, shooting cakes, rings, cards, dinner table accessories. And so this usually comes out during receptions. The only thing I don't like about it is its minimum focusing distance is around 85 centimeters, which is, I mean, it's not super annoying, but it would be nice if you could get a little bit closer. Last lens I bring with me to a wedding day is the Leica 12mm. This gets used maybe 5% of the day. I only use it for those wide establishing shots. It's a great lens. It's what's filming right now on the EOS R. And I'll show you a cool thing. You can get very close to the lens. Nice and close. How good? Alrighty, that's the fourth lens that comes with me. And I'm pretty much set for lenses. I can cover every focal length, wide, medium, and tight angles. Next thing that comes in my camera bag for a wedding day is the drone. I actually have used two different drones for weddings. I'll show you. I have the DJI Mavic 2 Pro, and I've also used the DJI Mavic Mini. Now the reason I had to use this is because I had a destination wedding over in Canada a few months ago. They've got pretty tight drone laws, and so this thing allows me to legally fly over there. The image quality obviously isn't as good as this, but here are some clips of me flying around, getting some nice drone shots, and it does the job. And so I've used this bad boy, probably sell it though. Won't use it again. I've got a few batteries, but on a wedding day, I typically only go through one battery, as you don't do that much drone flying. Well, I don't. So that fits snug in the side here. And then our drone remote, just the standard, goes on top here. Alrighty, so that's drones and lenses. Moving on to audio equipment. I use the Tascam DR10Ls for lav mics. I have a white one, I also have a black one. That's what I'm using right now. And these are great, they're super discreet. You can mic up your bride. I use this, and then I also use this thigh strap that I ask a bridesmaid to put around her leg, and so we get some nice high quality audio there. And then obviously you just mic up the groom. So that goes in here. Little note with these Tascam DR10s is that they only allow you to have a maximum of 32 gigabyte micro SD card. At first I was using 64s because that's all I had, and it wasn't working. So if they're not working for whatever reason, make sure you have a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. And then also for a bit of scratch audio, we use the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. This usually goes on my 1DX or on my B camera during the ceremonies and whatnot, and just to grab some backup audio in case all else fails. Also for wedding days, I use this Zoom H1. I usually use this to plug into the celebrant's audio box or the DJs to grab microphone audio. And so this is really good. It's not my favorite. I have had some issues in the past where it only records to one audio track, only records in mono and not stereo, and sometimes it clips even though it says it's auto leveled, so I'm not super happy about it. Would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations on a good alternative. I'm thinking of maybe the Zoom H6, something a little bit bigger and a little bit better. But at the moment, this is what I've been using and it works half decent. Moving on, I have a little pouch of cables and connectors for audio. This allows me to literally tap into any setup. You need to have a wide variety because when you're filming weddings, every DJ has a different audio deck, every celebrant's got a different speaker, and so you just need to be prepared. Go to Officeworks, go to JB Hi-Fi, and you should be able to find the right connectors. Alrighty, that goes in there. Also for audio, I use these things. They're called Rycote stickies. These things are a lifesaver. They are little double-sided stickies that you put on the end of your lav mic, and then you can either stick that to the inside of the bride's dress, or if the groom doesn't want the microphone to be seen or you can't find another spot, you can use those as well. Never had a problem with them, never had them fail or a mic falling off. So these are excellent, would highly recommend. Check the links down below if you are interested in buying them. Alrighty, next we have, for our drone, going back to drone, we have our filters. These are our Polar Pro neutral density filters. These are great little bad boys that allows you to have correct exposure, so you're not shooting at ridiculously high shutter speeds and your drone footage looks all crap. These are excellent, would recommend. They just slide in over there. To keep my memory cards, I have this little thing here, made by Rugged. And so you open it up here, this is what it looks like. It holds my CFast cards here and also my SD cards over here. Love it, it's waterproof. Bang, slide that in there. Okay, next thing that comes with me is my Leatherman Sidekick. Now this thing is a lifesaver. I cannot tell you how many times on shoots this thing has saved my butt. Because if you don't have this or something that can tighten your base plates, then you are literally screwed. So this is perfect, and it has a little flathead screwdriver mount at the end there, and I can just put that in my camera bag up here, slides in, out of the way, doesn't scratch up the rest of my glass, and so that is a must. We've got base plates. Next little knick-knack I bring is my cleaning kit to clean lenses and whatnot. So it's got a little puffer, it's got a little wipe, and it's got a little spray cloth. And so this is excellent if your lens has dust. I would highly recommend always cleaning your gear before and after every shoot. That can fit right in there. Next is batteries. I've been able to get away with using 3 batteries for a wedding day. I've never run out of 3 batteries. I've never used more. These things last pretty long, they're pretty big. And so they go in there. Next batteries for the drone. Like I said before, don't need that many, so I only bring 1 spare drone battery, don't do that much flying. And then for the EOS R, I do bring all my batteries. They don't last as long as the 1DX, and so I sometimes use 3, especially when you're recording really long speeches and ceremonies. The last thing that I bring is my MacBook Pro. I usually use this to transfer files between my second shooter and myself, and so at the end of the wedding day we'll just dump all our footage and good to go. And so this slides right in the back here, just like that. Bam, laptop, everything else good to go. So this is what the camera bag's looking like now, and we're nearly done. Next thing I bring is the video light. Now the one I use, it's called, I don't know what it's called. It's made by a company called Glance. I bought this from Camera House in Brisbane. This is excellent. It's adjustable bi-color and dimmable, and it's got pretty good battery life. I use your regular Sony mount batteries. It has been great for receptions, whether it's lighting up speeches or dance floors. It's great, and it can go right in here at the top of my bag. So that's everything that goes in this bag. Let's get into tripods and gimbals. The main tripod that we use, I only have 1 tripod, probably should get another one, but I use this bad boy over here. So what we use is the Manfrotto 502AH, I think it's called. It's a fluid drag, great legs and whatnot, very strong and sturdy, and can carry a large payload. Alrighty, for gimbals, we have our Ronin S down here. I'm using this more and more. I love it, very versatile. I feel like everyone's got one these days. And then our main weapon of choice is the GlideCam HD Pro. Yes, that's a 4000 over there, but then I got the Pro just because it's a little bit more versatile. It's got this nice quick release head, very easy to adjust and rebalance. And so this is what I usually run around with on a wedding day. So then these things, they go in this tripod bag over here. This is also made by Rugged. So this fits my tripod, my light stand, my GlideCam, Ronin, and I usually just check this in on the plane whenever I'm traveling. Alrighty, so that is what's in my wedding filmmaker kit. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, smash that subscribe button. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ring out. But until then, we'll see you next time.